The purpose of the Westport Historical Society, quite simply, is to present, preserve, and celebrate the history of Westport, Connecticut.
Every town ought to be preserved, but Westport, as you know, is a very unique community. It's a community that's made of a number of highly creative people. It's got movie stars, television celebrities, authors, sculptors, artists. This town is rich in artistic history. I think many other communities would love to be like Westport is and like Westport was.
There was always an excitement and an edge growing up here, and the job of the Historical Society, as I see it, is to keep that history alive. And when we say alive, we mean pertinent and interesting and lively.
The Westport Historical Society building itself is a fascinating museum because it's got all of these period rooms. It's really very, very charming.
It's a place for people to wander through, to see artifacts, to bring their children to. It's a sort of a magnet of sorts for people to feel connected to where they are. One of the largest draws for the Historical Society are the children's programs that we offer.
All of the school kids come through and see what life was like in colonial times, what life was like in Victorian times, and then relate it to the problems and the challenges of life in Westport today.
There's no other place where children can really get the feel for what history is about other than coming to the Westport Historical Society. From the get-go, the Westport Historical Society was trying to celebrate what one of the most wonderful positive attributes of this community is its artists and the talents of the people that live here. So our exhibits are a way of showcasing the talents of the people from Westport and the surrounding area. So they are a big draw for people to come to the Historical Society. Our openings for our exhibitions will draw around 300 people. One of the most popular shows is Presidents, Politicians, and Public Heroes, which is a selection from a private collection of wood carvings. We have some very well-known figures that are carved in wood, and there's a story that tells you about the figures. We have had shows that celebrate Westport by the sea, about the wonderful beaches that we have in Westport, exhibits that celebrate organizations that are integral to the community. Another feature or attraction of the Historical Society is that we have a special controlled vault that can house all the old records for the town of Westport.
You can go down there and rummage around, and before long you're going to find an awful lot of history that you didn't even know exist.
We have a small library, we have film, we have videotape, and wonderful photographs that can tell people the story. This was Westport when.
One of the most important things the Historical Society has done over the years is publish books about the history of the town, mostly photographic books, and a wonderful history of the town through picture postcards that people sent that shows buildings that are here today and buildings that have been torn down.
One of the things that I'm proud of that the Historical Society does is create these plaques that we put on houses that are 100 years old or more. We have over 200 homes in Westport that are over 100 years old, and they all have plaques.
And so when people drive around, it gives them a flavor of what the town was like so many years ago. The Historical Society is a voluntary organization. It's a membership organization. So we are supported by the people that join, by the generosity of local businesses, individual donations, grants that come in to support the educational programs, and also by the fundraisers that we offer, a holiday house tour and a hidden garden tour, which celebrate the beautiful gardens in Westport and some of the historic homes.
I would like to see everyone in Westport belong to the Historical Society. I think then it could really achieve its mission of being the heart of the community.
We're a treasure trove of all kinds of fun things to do and to see. So for me, it's getting people to want to come for the first time, and then they're hooked.
What would Westport be without the Historical Society? Certainly a different town, a town that would be seen as not valuing its history, and I think it would mean a loss to those in years to come.
If we didn't have a Historical Society in Westport, this would be a pretty dull place to live.
Change is hard. No one likes to see stores change on Main Street, stores we've seen for years, replaced by chain stores. But the essence of Westport as a community can be preserved. And that's, I think, what the Historical Society is here to do, to remind everyone what a special place Westport is.